I met Javier about 10 months ago through some mutual friends. What I first noticed was his subdued, calm, and wise character. After visiting his home for the first time and seeing many books on his shelves about ayahuasca, plant medicines, and spirit animals, with authors such as Ted Andrews and David Aurora, I have been fascinated by his presence and felt the need to document it.
My name's Xavier Barajas. I'm 33 years old, and my parents are from Mexico, Michoacan, and Jalisco.
During our first few conversations, I realized that Javi had the same genre of questions growing up that I'd always asked myself.
Religion and spirituality. I started asking around my teachers and friends and family about their religion, about Mormonism, about Catholicism. I didn't get a straight answer. It all kind of seemed all scripted. It was all played out. It all seemed caked on the surface is really what it was. It was superficial. I needed to know more, so I needed to dig further. I think that's when I embarked in asking about those type of questions, which at the time I knew it had to do something about me, but I didn't understand what that meant.
I asked about the shaman culture, though his personal search for the responses remained internally unanswered. We often sat in a contemplative silence when this topic arose. I sensed that this had been the first time he had been thoroughly questioned on such powerful content. I feel that the experience has been very challenging yet very cathartic for him.
I don't know how to answer that. That's pretty huge. They're aware of their surroundings. They're so aware that they can walk with respect.
The most common thread he found between most shaman beliefs was the level of respect, something he had a difficulty discovering in other belief
That's one of the
systems.
things that separates them from most people in society.
We took a walk through Discovery Park to ease the evident camera, and he reminisces on a time he came to this very spot after finding a psychedelic mushroom.
Well, my first trip here, I found some mushrooms in here and picked them. This place has provided a lot of experiences. First time I came here, I remember finding a patch out here. Yeah, she taught me a lesson or two. I ended up in the hospital that time. What I was feeling at the time was too much. It was too real. I could feel everything around me. I could feel it going through my veins. I could feel it. I'm certain I was going to die. That was the only way I could describe how real it was, what I was feeling. This place is not to be disrespected, you know? Ever since, I knew that I'd come here and then I would look at this in a different way.
His family moved from Compton to Washington State for the thriving agriculture. Growing up, he explained that he was exposed to these plant medicines in his family, but learned of their beneficial qualities on his own.
I guess it was just part of growing up and having more access to different things or what have you, after being brought up in an environment where there wasn't any curtain behind anything you needed. Until I experienced it, I didn't really know or have an understanding of what psychedelics or the alternative world or society had to offer, alternative medicines and so forth.
Javi then takes me into the spiritual qualities of ayahuasca and how it's recommended to be used.
And it requires another plant medicine that will enable its DMT properties to be assimilated into your body. So you require two plants, you make a brew out of it, and you go through an amazing 6 to 9 hour journey. It's known to allow you to see different aspects of yourself that you need to really let go. And so it's a plant medicine that allows you to separate yourself from that which you no longer need to inform you now.
Javi introduces me to iboga, a very strong plant medicine that originates in Africa, and he tells me about the first time he took it.
It hits you so hard. Everything got darker and darker and darker. And it was only because of the feelings that I was going through, because I wanted to shut my eyes. And even though I had my eyes shut, it seemed like they were open. So I was seeing everything, right? So I kept trying to shut my eyes and try to shut them and try to shut them. But it became more and more apparent I couldn't stop. It was like riding at Six Flags, that Superman ride. I was going 150 miles an hour and I couldn't slow down. And I just had to give in and say, you know what? If this roller coaster goes overboard, that's the consequence. And so I let go at that point and I said, if I fall, I fall, and I let go. And
I remember reliving some of the most intense experiences of my life. I remember being in Compton and then being in Mexico and then being there like you and I are right now, right here, right now. I can touch you, I can feel you, I can hear it, all of it. I was there, but with a different knowledge about it all.
Iboga, also known as ibogaine, has been clinically tested to relieve cocaine and heroin users from their addictions.
Iboga really scrapes at the inside of your conscious being.
Because this experience is so intense, they no longer feel the urge to continue their substance-related cravings.
Sometimes synthetically imposes on us. You can see things in a different perspective, far greater, macro perspective. And after those 8-9 hours, you come out being a different person.
He then continues on how modern society is developing in a positive direction with the advancement of research and clinical studies and using these plant medicines to help people psychologically. We are attempting to gain what indigenous people have been reaching for thousands of years.
I'm pretty blessed with having to have observed and seen the duality between our society and the taboos that are placed on the different types of medicines that in fact help us evolve more consciously. Psychedelics to me have allowed me to become something that I only dreamed of. All your senses really become heightened, that you see the truth around you. You can feel how honest you may feel about what you're talking to me about. Psychedelics is really about being in tune with the truth around you. And you feel it so much that you know what that truth is, that if you're not ready for it, it scares the hell out of you.
Javi allowed me to gain a new perspective on this unknown subculture, and a personal journey which has been an enlightening experience for the both of us.